Welcome everybody, welcome everybody, welcome everybody. Anyway. Welcome 2021. How y'all doing tonight? Welcome to 2021. Let's chop it up. How y'all doing tonight? I was trying to, I'm on color people time. My apologies. Secondly, I was looking for Miss B Town Hester, as I spoke to her earlier. She wanted to come by and she wanted to open up as a guest either on her platform or mine. And I told her 7 o'clock, but I thought I had it scheduled at 7, but it was at 7:30. Anyway, how's everyone doing? Oh, okay. What up, bro? Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Hey, I just saw something on the news too. So, um, I'm pretty sure everybody in here has been feeling the thing with the mail. Um, I sent family some stuff, and it's been a minute before they getting it. And I also have some stuff that I'm still waiting for as well. Anyway, um, I guess I'll go ahead and get the show started. This is an open panel. There's going to be foul language. We're going to talk some big shit. You might be talking some foul shit, but you know, viewers' discretion is advised. If you got the little kiddies in the room, put them the fuck out now. Um, this is not just for grown folks. And some of the grown folks, if y'all kids too, y'all get the fuck out now. Because it's not going to be, it's going to be okay, but it's not going to be too nice as there's no biting tongues over here. That's going to be my new thing for 2021. Say what the fuck you want and say what the fuck you mean. Don't harbor no bullshit. And let's keep it straight. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it going. You know, I mean, people is too many superheroes on fucking YouTube, meaning that your fake ass. And I'm not going for that shit this year. Not this year. Went through too much shit last year to be worrying about superheroes this year. Hey YouTube. How y'all doing today? Yeah. Let's see. I got the boss queen, the BBK in the house. I'm part of the bosses, and that's the boss queen. You know, Shout out to her. She definitely be putting out, keeping my nose clean on a lot of different subjects, that be flying down the YouTube streets on top of, a lot of stuff that be going on out here in the real world. And, a lot of people try to clown her and try to press narratives on her. But one thing about her, she stay on her lone, she stay 10 toes down, and she make it do what it do. Trust me. Um, and she's a great person. She don't take no shit, but she's definitely a great person. So we got Rita B. Yeah, Rita, I've been having my channel for shoot. Well, I've been in YouTube. What's it? 2007. Dropped out. Not dropped out, but it was put out before then when they first piloted. Then they started back over in 2000, I think 11 or 13, and been that ever since. But yeah, I've been had a channel. I haven't started talking until like coming out on here until like 2 years ago or a year and a half ago, 2019, I believe. But I've been watching. Janice James, Lieber Butterfly, Nikki Baby, James. Let's see. Anybody else in here? Welcome tonight. I'm glad y'all coming to the house tonight. Let's see. I'm trying to burn a little time, so I was trying to give Miss B Town a little bit, but I'm probably just going to go ahead and just move on with the 2021 show. I'm going to drop the link for anybody want to come up, and if you got any, questions, do you have any qualms, or do you want to give a shout out, or you want to just pluck my brain, one or the other. I'm just giving out a whole open platform today. This main platform for today is for whoever has an issue with me, or whoever is cool with me, no matter which way it go. We can address it right here, and we can address it right now. But besides that, I'm open for anything. I scheduled this actually for what I did yesterday or day for yesterday. That actually supposed to happen today. But since I did it, was it yesterday? My time is kind of off because I work nights. So it's like my days is kind of off. So yeah, excuse me. But I still was going to have an open panel today. Like I said, I tried to stand by my word as much as possible, unless something prohibit me from doing it, like work or an emergency or something like that. Also, I came on to give a lineup on what I got going on this year for my channel and other channels that I'm going to be putting out there. Separating my fun of music to another channel. I will announce that later down the line. I'm gonna take my music off of here because I'm starting to get a lot of people who wants intros and stuff like that. Shout out to the BBK again for like open up that door. I mean, the door was already open, but she actually pushed the envelope and was the first person to promote, the intros for me. And I appreciate you, Queen. Thank you. And that's on the intro. That's not got nothing to do with my music and all the other stuff. That's just like intro, something for your channel, something like 30 seconds. It's not a big deal. It is a big deal, but it's not a big deal. It's just not for like songs and stuff like that, like a jingle, like a commercial. So I just want to keep that up and straight. What? Hold on. Let's see. I don't know what's going on with my channel. Oh, okay. That's the problem. I was wondering. The whole damn channel ain't open. There we go. Let's go ahead and drop the link. I just dropped the link. Not sure if y'all can see it or not, or whatever, but it is there. It is definitely there. Also, y'all can hear, I've been up for a little while, but I'm still a little tired. Got a little sleep. Can y'all see the link? Because I don't have my YouTube open. I just have StreamYard open, and I can't see what's going on there at all. Okay, so now let me open up YouTube since nobody said nothing. I don't know if anybody's still in here or not. I can't see. Probably everybody left, which is all good because I can sit here and talk by myself anyway. I mean, it's not cool, but I mean, it is what it is. I can't hear on my lonesome, and if everything don't go all well, I'll be leaving on my lonesome. One thing is, I came in the world by myself. I know I'd definitely be leaving by myself. I mean, that's how the man have it set up. That's the way it's going to be. I don't care how much money you got, how much anything that you got. When it's time for you to go, you gonna empower your insides and your coffin or your urn with all types of riches. I guarantee you, hell or heaven, they're not gonna be with you. They're not. I mean, it is what it is. It's gonna be your decaying ass or your burnt up ass, one or the other. So, I mean, that's just fact though. I mean, not to say it so, bluntly, but I mean, it's direct. Let's see. Well, I don't see my channel on here. Oh, there I go. I'm going to put it on mute because I'm probably going to hit double. Oh, so you got 4 people on? Ooh. Oh, there we go. Now, waiting for it to come up. Okay, yeah, I can see the link now. Oh, okay. What up, bro? And I can see the actual everything that's going on here. Hey, bro, why don't you come up? Let's kick the bubble for a second. Hey, bro. I'm probably gonna have like a boring show real quick. Oh shit! I'm sitting here. I'm sorry. I'm a little confused right now because I have my thing up here. Oh, okay. Oh, what happened? I added you, Libra Butterfly, Dr. Butterfly, but you dropped down when I clicked on it. I was on the YouTube side and I just clicked over to the StreamYard side. I saw you there, but I see you dropped out. Oh, what's going on, sis? So you on his page? Oh, okay, sis. Oh, hey, sis. Oh, I guess once we get off, um, I have something to tell you too. Somebody reached out to me in a crazy way. One of our family members talking some mess. So I definitely hit you when we get offline. Oh, what's the name not coming back up? Oh well. Let's see. Let's see. Everybody dropping off. Hey, just be real. This is an open platform to come and say your piece. What's on your mind? Promotion. I had this live scheduled for tell a few people how I, you know, how I was feeling about some of the things that back in 19 and 20 that I said I wasn't going to deal with in 2021. So I kind of took most of my, I want to say commentary, but what I came on to say, what I wanted to say a little bit earlier, you know, got, how can you say it, a little triggered. But yeah. Okay. Hey, bro, come on up. Hit the link. I want to, chop it up a little bit. I ain't seen everybody in a long time. Sit here and, try to get into the groove of things again. I see a lot of stuff going on out in these streets that is, really, really crazy. It seems like what's really going on in the world don't mean shit compared to what's going on YouTube. About he say, she say, this say, did what to who, why, and everything else. While we still got this pandemic out here running rapid, now it's mutating, and nobody's not saying much of anything about it. It's just crazy as hell, bro. What up, bro? Can you hear me? Jay.
What up, man?
What up, man? Shalom.
How you doing? Shalom.
What y'all doing?
We sitting here listening to you. Yeah, I'm sitting here listening. Hold on. We're sitting here watching you see what's going on.
Yeah, I just popped in because I had to get it live the other day, and yesterday or the day before yesterday, and it took the most of what I wanted to say today. Hey, sis, how you doing? I can see in the corner on the end.
See me?
Yeah, well, not on here, but I can see you in my small screen. Hey, sis. Hey, y'all, this is my family. This is my blood family right here.
And his hippie sister. Hey, bro.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you perfectly clear. Hey, what you think about with all this mess going on? What's your take on it with all this mess going on today?
What in particular?
I mean, everything. You pick one.
Well,
Pick a mood.
well, for our first thing, about the coronavirus, the COVID-19. Um, it's really getting extreme now, man. It's they want to give everybody the vaccine. Constantly wearing masks and stuff like that. It's just we live in the cold, in the cold environment, and it's pretty bad up here. But we always got to be protected. But as far as everything else, I don't know where and how and when this stuff is going to end, and if there is an end to it, far as politics and all that kind of stuff, and because there's a lot of things going on that there's a lot to cover, but there's a lot of issues. It's like the world, man, is turned upside down, man. It really has. A lot of things have turned upside down. A lot of people's morals just went out the window. People don't care about life no more like they used to. They don't care about children, education. They don't care about family no more. There's a lot of things that just a lot of what do you call it? Self-righteous or
Self-seeking.
Self-seeking. A lot of stuff is all for themselves, never really for a family, for people in the nation or in the world, whatever. It's a lot of community, because a lot of things have changed, man, and people's outlook on life has really changed a lot, and people's not everybody, but a lot of this newer generation have a different outward look on life, and they value life a little bit different. It's like the upbringing has changed. Society has made it a little bit more what do you call it, outspoken, more disrespectful
and adults.
Yeah, there's a lot of that, like what we've been taught was, with adults and our seniors. A lot of that's changed, man.
It's definitely
yeah.
changed. It's definitely changed. I mean, for my generation, we still had our things as we was growing up by being out with our friends, hanging out and stuff like that. But when it came to, being amongst our elders, our aunties, grandmothers and stuff like that, those times you was taught to respect, stay out of grown folks' business. You know what I mean? Don't be talking back to people, open up doors, help the senior citizens. You know what I mean? All that stuff that, we was taught. And I can see where a lot of it has changed, up from the 80s going up to now. It's almost like the climate. You see how the weather just changed up. That's how the generations were starting to change. We used to start having, babies having babies, which, they had to teach their kids, raise their kids if their mom or their grandmother didn't raise them. They had to do it, and without them finishing education, without them learning morals and respect, they started to treat their children like that's their friend. As they get up to a certain age, it's more of their buddy or their friends. And now this child who is an adult with a young adult mother or parent is thinking that it's cool that, okay, if I don't have that line of respect for my parent or anybody before me, then why should I respect anybody else? And then as time went on, they took that same rhetoric with them and thought it was cool or was a good thing to do as they start having children. You know what I mean? So that's how I keep growing and going down the line. And so now this is this is the product that is out here today from that time where all this started to happen. I mean, do you agree to disagree?
I agree, and a lot has changed predominantly in the Black community because the things been going on. A lot of things been going on for centuries and years, and man, it's like the fathers are not in the homes.
Mm-hmm.
The schools are not really educating the children. The mothers have to take care of everything in the home. She's the provider for the children, and no father's there, and children are basically raising themselves, or the neighborhood or society or the whatever is raising them. Television, internet, whatever's going on,
Right.
and teaching them all this other stuff, and they have lost their family teaching because they didn't have no family teaching because.
Right.
If the mother wasn't taught, then she's not going to know to teach her children. So then you don't have these grandparents that they weren't taught, and it's like it's down the line. A lot of stuff was missing from the family. So
right.
It's like a lot of traditions has been lost, man.
Yeah.
And it's commonly known in the Black community, and the Black community really needs a lot of help. And I think that it comes from the people in the community and understanding what is the outcome, what can we do, how can we change the Black community into more of a positive perspective, understanding what we need to do, and find start with economics, starts with education, it starts with the home, it starts with the politicians, it starts with the leaders, all that goes in together, and far as that. As that's concerned, is trying to get people to come together because a lot of people in these communities have leaders that want to take the whole thing upon themselves and say, I run this is my thing, I want to, instead of coming collectively together. And I think that's the problem, is that we have a lot of people always want to compete, always want to compete but never unify, because I just heard a little short story yesterday from a sister that lives in, where she live? Belize. Mm-hmm. She lives in Belize. And she was explaining that how the whole community came together, even though there's people in the community that don't really like each other. They almost like enemies.
And they were poor.
They come together to build streets and roads because they couldn't travel between the communities safely, and they had to reconstruct the community to get back and forth. So the whole community got together and they made it a feast. They got together. The women fed the men. They gave them water. They drank, and so on and so forth. These people got together and did this thing, and the community did thrive and made it because the people had this one thing in mind, that we're going to make this a better place. We're going to make this better for us, even though we don't like each other. Maybe that's a possibility. I don't know. But hey, we have one thing in common here. We're going to make this better.
Mm-hmm. You know what's crazy though? That goes, I mean, if you look at everywhere besides the United States, there's unity within the people. Some are factions, except for, I would say, the UK, but to a degree they do too, but because when it comes to dealing with certain like issues, social issues, to infrastructure issues, to industry issues, they do come together collectively and stand their ground. So I mean, it is what it is. Hey Diva, hey Simply. But my thing is, like, how, for one, besides other countries, like if you go back to Africa, we have different countries in Africa, but they have tribes. They have upon the people. They're family oriented. You go the same thing to South America. You go to like Philippines and China and stuff like that. They still have that family structure on working on certain things. Yes, they still have government issues, but as a people itself, they still stand together to get certain things done. We don't have that here. It's it's government saying one thing about, okay, we're going to be in your house, we're going to do this and we're going to do that. If you don't abide by us, then we're going to put you in jail, we're going to kill you, one or the other, right? Then you got, in our community that, okay, well, like crabs in a barrel. okay, I'm the one who, making the money. I'm the one that got the store. I'm the one this and that, and y'all beneath me. So if you can't make what I make, why I'm talking to you? You know what I'm saying? Why I have to worry about any the way you think when you're not on my level? You know what I mean? So there's no respect there as well. So it's like, okay, how with everything, how far it's gone today, what will be the first step for us to start to, get on a track of listening to each other, respecting each other, and build together? I mean, because it's so much that we can have right now, if we work together collectively, but it's too much envy. I mean, it's too much hate. I mean, it's too much jealousy, and it's crazy. You know what I mean? It's how do you move from that? And then with everything they thrown out there, it's only the boys don't have much to think about coming out of school if they make it out of school. I mean, look in Chicago, look in Louisiana, look in New York. Some kids don't even think they're gonna make it past 17 years old. If they make it at 21, that's a blessing to them. That's like, they don't even look past that age. And that's sad. That is really, really sad. You know what I'm saying? That's really, really crazy that a young man to think he's not gonna live past a certain age. If he do, that's a milestone. That's crazy to me. I guess from where I come from and what I learned and what I've seen and what I've been through, that's like, what type of knowledge, if you had a beef with somebody, you fight and then it's over with. Before you know it, 10 years down the line, y'all best of friends. Y'all doing things together. Y'all probably got a company together. But today, with the rap music and stuff, you can't, I mean, it started getting crazy even being out on the street. You got brothers killing mothers in their own kind for the money. And I'm like, come on now, is it really that serious? Is it really, I mean, the control of you having money to have, super fancy things, and even though you're getting it wrong, you're gonna, have your family meet their demise on your hand because you want to look like a big shot. And I don't think anybody driving a Lamborghini living in the fucking hood is a great person. I'm sorry. It's just not,
Yeah.
It's crazy. You know what I mean? You go in the hood, you see, this is crazy. You go in a working class neighborhood or to a upper class neighborhood, and they drive Range Rovers and regular cars, Mercedes, Cadillacs. But in the hood, everybody got $100,000 car. But they live in a roast trap. Come on, man. Really? Come on, man. Yeah.
Saying that the other day to my husband.
Yeah, you see that a lot, man, in the neighborhoods like that. You see the real fancy cars, and it's like they living in apartments. Subsidized apartments. Rent could probably be what, $100.
I'm trying to live off of women that's on subsidized. They got 5 or 6 children because ain't no man ain't getting no subsidized housing. Like unless they have a disability, and that's hard to do. So most of it is off the back of a woman who had a certain amount of kids, no education, and living off the system, and they're using that. It's just so sad, man. It's sad. And my thing
wow, you explained a lot.
This is a deep subject, man, because
you answered our question about something.
This right here, this has been a continuous thing that's been going on for a long time.
Wow.
And it's like generation and generations have not learned from what they should know, and they just keep perpetuating this same attitude and thinking that someone has to take care of them without working for it and going for it and do what you need to do for yourself and being a man. But see, what happened is these men, boys become men and lived at home. Now they want to get a lady and live with her and think she's your mama too, because you don't want to go out and do what you need to do for your family because you accepted to be with her. You should accept to work together and work and build together, not to come and lay up on her and don't work and she's working. But see, it's a thing that we have to teach our young people and teach our women and teach our men, you know, because some of them not being taught. They need to have these teaching programs. I don't know if they do, but it's good to know to have these programs and that to teach young people how that life, what you do, how you should go about life with family and go about life with children, go about life with job. I know jobs are scarce. I know, you know, there's not really many jobs that you know a lot of people could do for. You need a college education, you need a master's, you need a bachelor's, whatever you need. But you know, there's still work. You know, it's a matter of not being so picky what you really want to do, but you need, yeah,
skills.
You need skills. You need to get some skills up under your belt. And
but before you even get the skills, you got to start somewhere. You know what I mean?
Start somewhere. Yeah.
You got to get a chance to get the skills before you can progress.
Right.
See, and that's the whole point. Now, sis, you know me. How long I've been working, sis?
I tell everybody, my brother has worked all of his life, and he has always supported our ailing mother. I think I think around 8 years old, I think you were bagging groceries, right?
You're bagging groceries. I heard that.
Making a hustle to bring back.
I heard that.
Right.
Right. Again, you know, always I didn't understand the word no when it came to working, you know, especially legally. I think my first legal check was 12 years old when I had taxes taken out. It's actually on my little tax form. My very first tax jump was at 12 years old. But my thing is, and I guess with my mind sense, I look at other people and try to like understand why they don't think like that. It got to a point that I had some family friends by saying that, hey, he's like a working Jamaican. This dude can quit a job tomorrow and go to vacation for a month, come back and get a job just like that. You know, they say I'm a lucky dude. I'm like, no, it's just who I am and how I present myself. I don't take no for an answer for anything that I want to do, especially when it's positive and it's something that is going to make me grow. My thing is, and my thing is about that is, why do other men out here think that you can't go out here and get what you want? For one, for us being as black men, we have the capability of thinking. We have the capability to use our strength to make things, to get things in the right order for us to grow in anything that we do. We're very physical people. That's from lifting weights. Okay, if I lift weights, how can I make some money off that? Now I got internet here, you know, boom. I can start a workout class. You know what I mean? If I can start off with one person, it start growing from there. If you're a positive person and you hungry, it will show. You know what I mean? And people will, you know, if you're a positive person, most times, you know, even though it might take time, people start gravitating to that situation. And I mean, and as I'm looking at it, how do we start to get out in the community as, you know, how things is getting out of hand? How do we take one by one, you know, a brother and highlight on and say, hey, you know, this ain't the way. Hey, you know, let me help you with this. Let me help you with that. A lot of times they get in their feelings like, who the fuck is you? You know, why are you telling me this? And you know what I'm saying? So how you break that barrier for them to see that if we can come together, it's so much that we can have, but if we can stop the envy and the hate, you know, we can go a long way. We can have our own banks again. We can, you know, finance our own, you know, streets, counties, and cities. You know, it's so much that we can have right now, but because we're so self-sabotaging, so self-destructing that it makes it look bad on all of us, regardless of successful or not. Everybody think is, oh, I'm going to either be a rapper, I'm going to be in a gang, I'm going to be a a football or basketball player, or I'm gonna be a drug dealer. That's like the only options out there. Nobody's saying about going to school to do this. You know, it's a very small percentage that's going to school, you know, or trying to get something. And those don't be shine like all the other stuff that you see on TV, you know, with these rappers. And then that rapper thing, you know, and sis will tell you, the music world, we know the music world. We have family with the music world. We know how that operation works. We know how that goes. It's a excuse my language, it's a shitty world. It's you know, it's more of people taking than giving. And then if you don't have the proper people to teach you, you know, how the stuff work to get wealth out of it, you'd have been used up, your product been taken away, and now you back in the street working at hopefully McDonald's if you're not knocking people over their head to try to take their money. And that's what a lot of them out here doing. I mean, it's got to stop. It's just how, you know, we get someone out here to not even get someone. How do we in ourselves start banding together and start to work together? Because it's crazy that, and I don't hope it won't ever happen, but we're pushing ourselves, not necessarily out of this country, but we're pushing ourselves out of existence. We're going to, you know, we've already been public enemy for the longest time. We've been public enemy for the longest time. And now, as time is going on and technology is going, and a lot being left behind and a lot are going, you know, in these bad directions, we're going to become the people that is almost like the Nazi situation. They're going to look at us as, you know, we're bad in the majority. And the ones who don't have money, you know, who's already out there, got the fancy cars and all that shit, and living in Beverly Hills and all that, they're not going to be considered black. They're considered, you know, green because of the money that they have. They're not going, you know, they still going to be that porch monkey, but it's a rich porch monkey. But the rest of us, they're going to be like, oh, they need to be, you know, put somewhere in their own little area where they can be controlled, almost like a penitentiary. As time goes on, if nothing don't change, we're not going to have nothing, and we're going to be put somewhere that they don't, you know, that they can control us completely. I guarantee you, in the next 25, as technology keeps changing and evolving, and we don't get our black folks, you know, and to understanding how the system is working, they're going to either send us, you know, try to send us back to, how they say, back to Africa, or they're going to try to put us on some type of either island close. Something's going to happen. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you that.
What do you think is that everyone's out of control?
Yes.
They need to know what to do with these people that's out of control. So they're trying to find a solution and figure out what can we do with these people since we don't want to deal with them no more.
If you didn't see it from the last administration, that was an eye opener. That was a taste of what could be. And I'm not so great about the new administration, to be honest with you. So again, Kamala Harris, you know, yes, she's a black woman, part this and part that. Okay, that's cool. But if you look at her stats, if you go back to, she's the one who was, you know, in California, who raised the thing for the 3 strikes thing, you know, and it's mainly for our black folks, because you had guys out there in Beverly Hills that was getting caught up with all types of mess, and they get caught more than 3, 4, 5 times, and then they get locked up for life, you know, 3 strike rule. So what, that only apply to us? That type of mess.
See, let me tell you something. You brought up something when you were talking about the black males, and that's who are mainly the targets. And just like years ago, they wanted to stop, and they're still trying to stop the rise of the Black Messiah. You know what I'm saying? Just look at Marcus Garvey.
Right.
Look how he was. I mean, that man documentary touched my heart. What he wanted to do. and he almost accomplished it. But the adversaries did what they did. Now he couldn't do it. He didn't do it. But the effort that he tried to do it, the people that was going to work with him and all that kind of stuff, it's just the planning and how he got people collectively to come together. But it's just that they see the power that the black male have to change neighborhoods, change the communities, change his home, change a lot of things. You have that strong male foundation. You can't rock it. You can't rock it off, because that's what's going to keep these communities in these people together, is to get these black males in order, get them in the right perspective, going the way they should go, and they start making money, they start working together, and start getting their daughters and their sons and their wives, and it's part of empowering him. Don't keep locking him up. Then you keep locking him up. Then the women don't have husbands and they can't have children, and then you have men that want to be women. Then all this kind of stuff. Then that's another agenda that's against us, that is making our men more feminine, because they don't want to be males. They don't want the responsibility of the male, because when being a male, he have a lot of responsibility for his family and a lot of responsibility for himself. And that's what holds the family together, is that male foundation, that strong male foundation that he has having him to bring and give to his family, because what he's been taught. We teach our males how to be responsible males and responsible men to his wives and to his family, and bring that strong foundation back to him. That's what it is. Because once you take him out of the equation, you have taken over the neighborhood. You have taken over pretty much what is for him. That's what they do, is get rid of the black male.
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Do I need to get into
you get in the camera? There she is.
Oh my goodness, I don't even know. Okay. Okay, so my question is based on what my husband was saying. He said, we need husbands, we need fathers in the homes to teach their sons the values of being the foundation for their families. And I solely agree with that. I want to know, how can we as women, even when we are not with the fathers of our children, and you already know, Anthony, I've already tried to do everything right as possible in my situation. Right. But seeing it from, a different view, how can we as women support that? Even if we're not with our children's father, support the fact that they are going to be the foundation and guidance for the men that are coming up after us. Because, I'm a woman, and I know that we can get petty, but it should never be petty about our children and our future, because we live on through our children. Right. They're us. They're our ancestors. We want to always give them a leg up more than what we have. And we have to learn how to put that pettiness aside. And so maybe we didn't work out. Okay. You know what I mean? But we have these beautiful children, and, we're going to get over our bitterness. But hey, we still have these beautiful children. And it's part of me, it's part of you. And we both want to make sure that we live on in a well way. And I want people to stop being petty. Things go on, you move on, you learn. We need to guide and instruct and raise healthy minded individuals, no matter what the issue. We need to show them, hey, things happen, but we're going to take the steps together to mend, to heal, to grow, and to evolve in what's next in a healthy way. And that's basically all I have to say.
But sis, I want to say this though. I mean, I agree with everything that you just said. Also, I agree with Just Be Real was saying as well. The biggest issue is us. And like you said, how Just Be Real, she brought a point up. She said that, we can gather a few to show them the actions and want them to, in a way to improve their circumstances, but everybody can't go. That's very true. I mean, I see that, but that only goes to so far, because right now it's the majority is not going. So that goes back to my point from the beginning. If the majority it can't go, then we're easy to be controlled in a smaller faction. I mean, they can easily take over us and put us wherever they want and control us the way they want. You know what I mean? Especially when most of them can't go. We lose our power. We don't lose our mind. We don't lose the way that we think. But without having our strong brothers and sisters with us, then, it's only a quarter of us, and there's like 40 times more of them. What else can we do? We have to do better. We have to actually work harder to get our younger generation and people, our peers, to understand what is truly going on and how can we work together to get the things that we want. I mean, again, I don't have nothing against the gay community, nothing whatsoever. If this is the choice they make, I mean, that's on them. I don't live that lifestyle, but the whole thing about that is they do just like almost every other country does, except for us as Black people, and that's have a community that they work collectively together to get what they want. Why can't we do that? I can't get mad with them if they fight for something that they want. We started fighting, but we let other people get in our heads and there's other directions. We let them put little stuff in our face and think it's like it's go. I understand all the stuff that we went through and our ancestors and the stuff that we still going through. But guess what? If we don't stick together, they're gonna continue to do what they're doing to us, either in front of our face or behind the scenes. They're gonna still continue to do what they do.
I think the problem is us, like you said. We fight each other. Like, we can have everything there is, the potential, the talent, the intellect, the knowledge, but it comes to button heads, and you don't want somebody to outshine you. You know what I mean? There's no bigger perspective in the journey. It's always about themselves and their spotlight. Mm-hmm. I mean, we need to think more like a team instead of thinking like star players. And we have not gained that perspective as a collection of people. We haven't.
I mean, that's true. That's true. That is so true. That is so true. And it's sad. It's so sad.
Just Be Real said, Black people are individualists. I agree.
Yeah. Yeah. That is facts. That is facts. Oh,
some degree.
Yeah. To
some degree. Go ahead. Stay right here. Stay right here. To some degree, because you do have those that do want to do and have a goal and outlook to go for it, and they'll work together collectively and do it.
I think that's 80% of us. We just can't do it.
You have that, but the majority, and to get more people involved, it's going to take some time. It's the develop of trust, man. We got to get that trust, and we got to learn how to love each other and love ourselves. And if you haven't even heard of what's his name? What's his name? What was that psychologist guy's name? that used to do them talks on the YouTube that I always wanted you to hear. The brother that did the
Dr. Something Winston, right?
Amos Wilson. Dr. Amos Wilson.
Awesome.
If you listen to some of his lectures, and he talked about the community, black community, and the males, he talked about religion.
That is all he studied was
this man broke psychology. It down. If we listen to his theory and his perspective on it, you'll see, wow. And what he says back then, he is saying what we need today. Mm-hmm. Same thing with Malcolm X. What Malcolm X was saying then is what we need today. It's just that we need to get a grip on what we need to do, and we need to do it. And it's part of going forth in the vision. Mm-hmm. Like write the vision, make it plain. We need to write the vision, make it plain. We gotta set a goal. And there's people out there, man, that do want to make and set a goal. There's a few. That's the select, the elect. But you can find them. But not everybody has the like she said. Everybody want to be their individualist. But
it's a journey. We have been through so much. We've been through so much. We're still in the midst of our journey as a community, as a people. We just came out of a dark lifestyle that our ancestors lived not too long ago. It's not even been how many years ago we've been in chains and oppression. It's going to be a journey, like it was a journey into the oppressive state. It's going to have to be a journey to liberty. And we just need to be catalysts in our journey for our children. And maybe they will get there. I doubt that we will, but we will be the birthing pains of their liberation. You know what I mean? And we're at the precipice. I love that word.
But see, I mean, this is what that I see. Like, okay, for instance, I was listening to somebody the other day, and they brought up a very good point. It's this guy on here called Hassan Campbell. I don't know if you know of him. He
Hassan Campbell.
Yes. He comes from the hip hop era, from back in the late 70s to the 80s. And he was part of the Nation and African Bambaataa, which but he was molested by African Bambaataa.
Oh.
Yes.
It's coming back to me now. Yes, I know who he is. I know that brother. Okay,
now he keeps it a lot of stuff, real. I don't agree with all his methods, but I'm not going to hate on him for him keeping it 100 from his perspective. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because sometimes, like you have to meet certain people with the same thing they give. If they come with a crazy attitude, sometimes for them to hear you, understand what you're saying, you have to
match the energy. Sometimes you got to do that.
Right. Now,
some foolish people.
Right. But see, my thing is what the government and a lot of the people out there who don't care for our people, our color, or who we are, they don't want the next Messiah to come. You know what I mean? Because we have been going through a lot, and all the way up to this milestone with Barack Obama. He was more to leaning on their side than he was to our side. I mean, yes, he's the first black president, but let's count the ways. What have he really done to help black people? I feel Clinton has done more to help black people, meaning Bill, not his wife, but Bill has opened up certain doors compared to, to Barack Obama. I mean,
I will leave that expertise up to you because you know way more about that than I do.
It's just my individual opinion,
Okay.
And it's not for anybody else. It's just how I look at things, how I prospectively look how their life is and what they actually made points. I mean, if anything, if I want to give accomplishments, even if it's in our favor or against our favor, I feel Kamala Harris has done more than both of them because, okay, she did do something that didn't help us, but did she create a milestone? Yes, she has. As a black woman or a woman with color, she has created a milestone and made a big change. You know, it was just unfortunate it wasn't for us. I mean, it was for us, but it wasn't a good for us in our favor. Huh?
I'm sorry, I'm listening to you, but I was, relaying a message to my husband.
Oh, okay, my bad.
No, it's not you. No, I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
No, but I'm just trying to get a I guess what I'm trying to get at is they don't want us to have the next person, either person or persons, to lead us into where we are going to become a collective. You know, because we as black people, we are superior to almost everything. Thinking, to building, to I mean, we have so much greatness. You know what I mean? And a lot of people don't want us to get out there because it would show that, if we let this person with a great mind, they're going to come and take over the world. I mean, it is what it is, but we're not them people as they try to paint a picture of us. We're supposed to be animals and gruesome people that, when we walk past the car door, they lock them up and, lock the doors and stuff. But when you look at all the tragedies that happen out here, and I'm not trying to compare tragedies, but let's be real talk. When black people have an issue with somebody and they go after that person, sometimes you do have collateral damage. I mean, it is what it is. When other people go out and they want to hurt everybody. They want to, who's a gruesome person? Who's the monster? I mean,
both of them are really bad. I want to ask you something. Do you think we will ever be able to have world shalom?
No.
You don't think that's ever in our future?
The world is too consumed with evil. I don't see it happening. I think almost the same that we see in the Zephyr, in the Cipher. We're going to have who are in studies and who are truly in. It's going to be just that body. And just like how Just Be Real was saying earlier, everybody can't go. I mean, it would be nice if we could, but with all the different other religions and religious factions out here, people who radicals and stuff like that, I mean, we can't even get past the Muslims and other religions who fight against each other. You got two in the same religion, but because they from two different parts of religion of that same exact religion, they have two different perspectives on who and how they're being, how they taking it, how they receive it in. It's not meshing. It's not meshing at all. It's more of colliding, and to be more to it, almost like you have like the what's that? I think it's like in Iraq or it's somewhere in a Persian Gulf area. You have the Sunnis, and then you have the other, and both of them Muslims. Mm-hmm. So it's like, okay, but they hate each other.
Mm-hmm. Like Catholics and Protestants.
Yeah, but no, but right. But it's still Catholic. So it's like how that's what makes me come to that.
They worship the same God and hate each other. Wow.
Yeah.
That's the crazy part. See what I mean? That's the crazy part. So that's why I disagree. Because if they can't get within their own, or understand their own, and they're hating each other and really don't know the reason why, when they study the same Quran or they study the same book that they're learning from, but my neighbors in the next city, I'm not supposed to like them. I'm supposed to hate them. I'm supposed to kill them when I see them. I mean, how Torah is going to lead the way for them when they can't even do it within themselves to understand what they
Quran.
do.
Yeah.
Hmm?
You mean the Quran? You said Torah. You mean the Quran?
No. I said how they're going to understand the way of Shalom, of Torah,
Yeah.
if they can't do within their own self by learning from the Quran, or within themselves as a person, as an individual who can think. Is it right for them to go do that? How is going to be them to understand what the Torah will bring? With the truth. You know what I mean? They're not going to take that. I mean, I'm just showing this the way it is. This
There's truth in all religions, especially the major ones. There's truth. It's like I read in Enoch. It's like the kingdom of heaven is like a pie divided into 3 parts and then yeast added in. So it's kind of like the 3 major religions, putting them together, you kind of get a fuller whole, but you have to be able to filter out the yeast or the stuff that is to misguide you. You have to test everything, and it's a lifelong study and understanding, truth seeking. So it's a lifestyle. So a lot of people don't get stuck in one mindset, one program.
Sorry, sis. My sister made this for me.
I did.
I wanted her to, we both been getting together, but I'm just giving y'all this to show y'all, she makes jewelry and it's very nice.
Gemstones.
Which business card?
Over there, my business.
They're real nice.
Yeah, this is all gemstones, authentic. This is soda light. It's for intuition, intellect, communication. This is my card. This is my card.
Can you send me a picture of that, and I'm gonna post that on a couple of my pages and stuff and information. But we will definitely
get some too, and I'm just gonna show my pink quartz. And I make
authentic jewelry.
I make where is it? I make
that's nice.
Yeah.
I don't have no dreads.
Right here. This is the one. I'm getting my left and my rights mixed up.
Yeah.
So that's pyrite and copper. So make all my little jewelry by hand.
Do we have any questions from the audience?
I don't see anybody at this time, but I'm pretty sure they'll look at the recording later on. Do you see anybody on?
I'm looking.
I'll share it too. Do I just share this button right here to my Facebook?
Yeah. When everything is done. But no, I'm glad when you came on. I definitely want to, make some announcements on here, and that's your part of it, of course. Because I definitely want to get, your jewelry out there, but you do an excellent job. You have getting a lot of compliments, and I think I do have. I don't want to come without knowing what concrete, but I do have some prospective buyers at work who wants to buy. So, and you're gonna do great. No problem. I always see that you always take the height on everything, sis. So, and also,
I do.
Most
unusual, rare, difficult road possible. I think I will search that road out.
I mean, you need that perspective though, because I think the same way. Sometimes I like the harder things, the difficult things, because everything that's easy, you will breeze right through. So if you go to the most difficult part and you figure that out, then, you know what I mean? It's not too much.
I do it for different reasons, because learning from trusting the wrong people about where your information comes from.
Right.
You learn not to trust people, so you go learn it yourself. So,
see, but you just saying that right there brings back to what we was just talking about earlier, when we're trying to get in a area of trust and following the right people, or learn from other people and learning the correct things from other people. It's going to have to be some trust. But how do you?
People need to stop looking for kings. I believe that our people always look for a king or a pastor or a leader, and instead of just taking accountability for themselves. I believe every man has their own purpose, which is their dominion in which they dominate.
Still in them.
Right. Well, their purpose. And so their talents. And so if we master that, we don't have to master each other. We can just network and benefit one another and spur each other on, because we have knowledge of what our purpose is. And we won't have to be, to tear each other down. We'll build each other up, because if you benefit, I benefit.
See, that's
exactly the way it should be. That's the way we should come together and work that way. But I'm looking forward to trying to help spread the word. Help, I support a lot of folks on here. You know what I mean? Not a lot, but the people I know who strongly are for our people. They're for, like Just Be Real, the BBK, DVD, and others that I have on my page that follows me, and I follow them, and we definitely give our perspectives, we give out information to help each other. And this is only one small group, you know what I mean? I would like for it to expand more and more, so we can start reaching out to some of the people, and people start, just give them the least the chance to think about what we're talking about, what we want them to have. Thank you.
Yeah, I hope you share into our group too. Our collaborations we can share, on our different platforms. So
I don't have a platform on Facebook, but I will. And when I don't have the numbers here to share, but I still will share out to people I know, who I can put it on like my community feed and all that stuff. I had to reach my numbers before I able to do that. But beyond that, I would still, like I normally do, go to other people that I do know, and they will share out the information for me. So we have a nice little small knit community who I frequent a lot here, and be serious, and I value their thoughts. I value, their way of thinking, and I value the way how they deliver out to help with the community. And even though we're in all different states, they all bring something to the table to help us progress. Everybody had their side of how they think and how they want things to be done, but we help each other out. So and it's great. That's why I love staying in this community, the small community that we have. It's small and unique, but I would like it to grow. Even though I won't push it into the network I'm in right now, is because I feel the people I'm with, they want to keep it where it is. If they choose that they want to make it grow, then yeah, we can do that. But until then, I will still, keep pushing for other people who wants to do better, who wants to grow, who wants to have a unity of our people to become great again. That's what I want. So
that's it, big brother. Well, I've been working all day. I'm thrilled that I got to be your guest. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Oh, but we're gonna have more of you, both of y'all. I mean, I'm glad my bro finally came on. And
yeah, he wanted to say something. Actually, he was waiting.
I'm done.
You don't want to say? Oh, I guess he forgot.
No, I ain't forgot. I just didn't want to. Didn't want to start up again. That's all.
We're supposed to have an interview, so we never got a chance to. So I was actually glad he did came up. You know what I mean? Because I know I've been asking him a few times, and I know we had other things going on. So, but in the future, definitely want to get your stuff out there, and get your ball rolling more. You know, from on my side. Yes. Check that out, y'all. Check that out. You want custom jewelry? I already got some that's coming myself. I have this. I can't wait to show that off. And when
I'm in love with it.
I want you to be right there when I present it. So, because I'm not gonna put it on until we both present it. It's real nice. It's definitely nice. I think that
Diva D. And I also agree with you about, single moms. I was married since I was 17 and then left my husband around 30 because of, things that were going on because we were young and stupid. Yeah, it took a long time to forgive. It really does. But my understanding is I still wanted his side of the family to be supportive to my children. And I didn't want to take away any blessing away from my children. So that what was between us was between us. But I think we still need to think about what that means to our children and what that means their future and their blessings.
You're addressing Diva.
Yeah, Diva D. Yeah, with her
saying?
Right here, what she said. It takes forgiving themselves, forgive themselves and the person they left.
Diva is that strong sister. Everybody up here is strong, but yeah, Diva, the BBK at work, because I believe BBK would be up here with us right now. And if y'all can, I will send a link. Sometimes y'all just come and check her out. She give you a good thoughts and perspective. She will tell you her thoughts on the situation, but then she will let you think on your own to see what is bullshit and what is not bullshit. And that's what I really, really, really like about it. She gives you the choice to be, who you are. You know what I mean? There's not a right, there's a wrong. Even though it's your ground. She like, well, I'm not your God. I'm not your Messiah. I'm just giving you the information. What you do with it is up to you. But long you can't say that you don't know because I'm telling you.
Right. Okay. That's cool.
All right, man.
That's cool.
All right.
But I came on, like I said, I just want to come on to it wasn't more of an air out. I really don't want you to see that part of your brother when he get mad. But I didn't really get mad. I just had to put some things in perspective of certain people.
Okay. I know you. Whatever.
But also I wanted to come on to give out my lineup of this year and the things that I'm looking to do this year. One, I definitely want to have you on a lot more on my page for either we're talking about from Torah to your jewelry or any other future businesses. If you want to bring something to the table
I'm all about empowering my people, being whatever it is to assist and bringing somebody else's spirit up or giving them information for them to better themselves. That's what I'm about, sharing information.
Okay. Yeah. And same with bro. I want even though we haven't sat down and did our interview, I want to get that out the way this year, get our interview. And also I'm breaking down my pages because for me doing my music, I'm gonna separate that and go into put that in a channel by itself and then just concentrate on talking on this channel. I'm going to bring more sex talk with education, because there's a lot out here that's going on that people don't know. We don't have sex education. You don't find out stuff until after you find out on the news or you find out in the neighborhood. So we definitely need to reach out on those points because it can be life changing, life destroying. So I want to at least put it out there for our community to know what's going on out there. Besides people thoughts and relationships, bad or good. What can you bring? Give ideas to people to help if they got long relationships. How to either keep their relationship or make a choice of if they can work together. Stuff like that. Also,
I think it's a great idea. It's kind of like we call this in my community, dode and doda, like the uncles and the aunties giving advice to the next generation, the elders. And I think passing on wisdom to the next generation or to each other, because, wise people love wisdom. That's a cool thing, Anthony.
Thank you. So that's what I want to do this year. That's why, and that's why I said I need to do a lot of subtraction of, there's some people that I'm dealing with in my network of people. They say trim off the fat, clean it up, cure it,
cultivate it.
Yeah.
Cultivation. Yeah.
I don't want no fake people around me. I don't want, because it's more of a distraction. You know what I mean? If I want to be distracted, then guess what? I create another page. If you want to shoot the shit, we can just shoot the shit and talk shit, and that's it. You know what I mean? But I want to, like today, it made me really think how this past year has went. We lost a lot of people, and we like bro was saying, we still ain't really got a handle on this thing. We hope that it will be a change. Right now, we still have to look at this as it's still running like wildfire, because that's what it's doing until we start seeing some changes from this vaccine, which I'm not very confident about. We have friends here that actually are sick right now. I mean, I know y'all not real versed in my community on YouTube, but we have as a lady, her name is Nicole Tyler, which if you get a chance, check her out. She's a controversial sister, but I see a lot more positive in Nicole. I mean, she have her ways like anybody else, more so than others, but still, as a black woman, a strong black woman that has a very, very, I would say powerful she say what she feel.
She's outspoken about her opinion.
Yeah, right. Yes, there it is, right there. But overall, I seen her. I mean, she's not from the DMV area. She's been to the DMV area, or is it vice versa? But she lives in Virginia, down there in southern Virginia, like Norfolk, Richmond, all that shit, down that area. But she know about the DMV area. But now she's in the hospital, and I hear all these different things on YouTube. She had bone cancer, this and that, but I don't know if that's true. From what I heard she say, and I haven't seen all the videos, she took the COVID vaccine, and she started getting sick. And now it got to the part that they keep her in the hospital because that's how sick she is. Now, I just heard earlier today from somebody else that she might have bone cancer. I don't know. I haven't heard.
Is that one of the side effects?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't want to say things that I didn't hear.
You really don't have no knowledge about. That's smart. Yeah.
So, yeah. So, just check her out. I actually seen y'all the link.
Yeah, because that would be easier for me to click on it. Yeah.
But, that's how I got fully
sidetracked. Fair exchange. She said that they told her that she was COVID-19. That's what Diva D said.
Yeah, I heard that part too. But when she was talking about it, they said that she said the doctors came back and said that she had on COVID-19 as well as the other issues that she was having problems with, which I still don't know what they are, besides the couple of things they said. But with the vaccine, none
My
of it.
goodness.
Right.
Well,
DVD said, but she says she's been having back problems for a long time, but they found lesions all, I guess, over her spine is what she meant, in an x-ray, and said that it may be bone cancer. Oh my goodness.
see, and that's what I was hearing earlier. Thank you, Dee, for clearing out. Now, that's a person that I would take information from and will take it with a grain of salt. Other people who brought it out there, not so much, because they would say, hey, Anthony and his sister was online, and they were talking about kissing each other and all this other mess. And before you know it, YouTube, as we live in some type of crazy, that's how it gets here. Am I lying, Diva?
You're not lying. They like to make up stories. I think the crazier the stories, that means you're really doing something good.
Yeah, but they got people that
right, baby.
Bad stuff,
people for you.
the bad stuff gets more traction than the good stuff, which don't bother me, because if I can help one person, I'm that's all matters to me. I'm good. You know what I mean?
You stop caring after a while. You just realize that everybody's gonna judge everything you do. Yeah. So you just might as well just be happy and be yourself and do what you do.
Yeah, I mean, this was the point I was trying to bring earlier too, with the Hassan Campbell situation. He was talking about a man that actually was a good person who was out there helping our people, with injustices and stuff like that. And he made a YouTube page that a lot of people was not giving him, his credit and stuff like that, or try to make him become a big YouTuber from the great things he was doing. He was, out in the community trying to help the community. He was getting brothers out of jail and stuff like that. And he wasn't getting all, the help and support.
You can market it right, because they feel like if you're doing that, you have to do it a certain way in order to get credit, or it's like you really never did it because it's not on the internet, right?
You start spending it and start doing like fuck shit. When he started doing that, then his page started blowing up.
Yeah. Yep.
And he only did that for a point, to show what type of society we live in. That we're more for the fighting and this and that, and we need to get away from
fast food mentality.
Right.
Quick pleasure. They don't want to know about like that trustworthy,
building capital,
building togetherness, unity. Right. All of that is boring. But as soon as somebody acts a fool or go off on somebody, that's what they're gonna remember.
Right. Right. It's crazy.
Yes, it is. It is. Well, I have to get going.
Yeah, and I'm about to drop off too. So I will be talking to you offline.
Oh, you gonna call me? Okay, call me now on my husband's phone.
Okay.
I love you.
I love you too.
Shalom.
Shalom. Well, that was my sister and her husband, my family. Y'all got to meet, and she's very smart. I love my sister. She's a very, very cool person. Of course, we had our assembly ride when we were younger, but nothing, crazy. But we still grew up in the era that, we still had, respect and understanding, right from wrong. But whatever, like anybody, other family, we all have our trials and tribulations. But I mean, we came out to be who we are today, and we definitely trying to teach our kids to lead in a better light than we have, and in that same course, we try to help other people, along the way. So I'm glad y'all was able to meet my sister. She's very, very cool, and I hope y'all will see more of her. I got a couple of things. Like I said, she made this for me. I love this. I don't even take it all. Yeah, and she's gonna make more. There was one particular one that she made that she said she liked. It's blue and it's got gold in it, and it's I forgot the name of it, but she know the name of it. And anyway, I'm gonna bring her up and have her come out when I debut it. But she makes a lot of nice jewelry, very nice jewelry. But besides that, there's not much that I had, to come on. I just wanted to get a feel, what's going on out here in YouTube world. Some of y'all already been talking to, like Diva, and hey, Fair Exchange. And let's see, the BBK, Just Be Real. Who else? King by my YouTube sis, simply Leave a Butterfly. Also, who else came? Rita B, Janice James, Nikki Baby, aka Lil Feet, Nikki Baby. Yeah, that's my road dog right there. But we go out there and used to stomp some ground when we go run down on a few people. They be acting crazy. But yeah. But no, that's all I really wanted. So I definitely gonna have a better lineup next time when I come back here online. I appreciate everybody who came by. And I definitely appreciate you guys. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. But anyway, I'm about to. I'm playing this music because it's like my intro. I was trying to see which one I was going to use. I guess I'm gonna let it play all the way out. But I think it's only like a couple of parts that I want to do because I'm gonna start changing up my channel. Start, putting little collages and stuff like that. Little parts of this and parts of that. But mostly I'm trying to be on the positive. I'm still going to be with the, bang, bang, shoot them up. But I want majority to be, and that's just for fun, but majority I want to bring, good positive things to, my part of YouTube. I don't know if that means taking me out of the beef sector or I'm not claiming the beef sector, but, one day it's the beef sector, one day it's not the beef sector. So whatever sector it is, it's going to be the Anthony McNeil, let's chop it up sector. I just put it that way. But let's just go ahead and thank you everybody for coming by. I appreciate you. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. come. Thank you for your support. For come by and showing your thing. Thank you. And I love y'all. Let's chop it up.